So here's the scoop, folks. None of this had to be really discussed this week, with the exception of, the general manager was going to talk and the coach is going to talk, and could have been just like, you heard what Michael Bidwell had to say, and everything's fine. We'll see him in April and we'll figure it out, and we're all, grown ups and so on and so forth and what have you. But now front and center is a statement. I have in my hand. Here it is. Very nice stationery. It's very nice. Nice. There's Kyler, celebrating in the bottom, or what is he doing? He's pounding it. He's doing something. He's very excited because he's just
celebrating.
He's celebrated. And look, it's a long statement from his agent. It's not from him. It's from his agent, Eric Burkhart. And it's a very long statement. I don't have, we don't have the time to read it, but
it's very long.
It's all in all caps, and some of them are in bold, and some of them are italicized. It's quite a presentation. It starts, I'll just read the beginning. Kyler wants to be direct with loyal Arizona Cardinals fans and the great community of the Valley in stating his two very important goals and objectives. One, and this is in bold, he absolutely wants to be your long-term quarterback. Two, he desperately wants to win the Super Bowl. Achieving both goals will take incredible commitment from himself and the entire organization. Then the next couple paragraphs kind of spend some time on what Kyler's done at the franchise and talking about how terrific he is. And guess what? He is. And how he's turned the team around, and how the team wasn't doing very well before him and is much better with him. And you know what? He's right. That's true. He's definitely turned things around. I mean, and then comes the bold line of actions speak much louder than words in this volatile business. It is now simply up to the Cardinals to decide if they prioritize their rapidly improving 24-year-old, already two-time Pro Bowl quarterback who led the organization from 3 wins before his arrival to 11 wins in their first playoff appearance in 5 years. Or rather, if they choose to financially prioritize committing to other areas and continuing to merely talk about addressing Kyler's long-term future as their quarterback. Unfortunately, every player, coach, and executive in the NFL should know that words are hypothetical contractual promises and are regularly dismissed and fleeting in this business.
Oh.
Kyler remains hopeful that the organization chooses to commit so that he can continue leading the Cardinals to further success and value for many years to come. So he wants a contract. Funny, I missed this when Josh Allen wanted a contract, and I missed this when Lamar's been sitting out there and apparently waiting for his own self to start the situation, from what it seems. And I missed it when Goff got his deal, and I missed it when Carson Wentz got his deal, and I missed it. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
This is weird.
Yeah.
No other way to put it. I'm just going to shoot you straight. This is weird.
It's weird.
What I'm holding in my hand is very weird. It's weird because I don't look. I don't live in Arizona. I don't live in Phoenix. I don't know about. Are you folks sitting there wondering if there's a long-term commitment from the Cardinals and worried about the future of the team right now? I'll tell you what. If I asked any Cardinal fan what's the worry about the future of the team, it would be why do they fall apart after Thanksgiving? Why do they start like a house fire and don't finish strong? What's up with that? Because this guy that's on the screen right here, he's part of it. In the bottom of the document here. Oh, I'm just going to shoot you straight. He's part of it. Coach is part of it. Roster's part of it. General manager's part of it. Owner's part of it. And it's a team effort. I don't understand this. What does this do? Other than just lay everything bare. I don't know of a single Cardinal fan or NFL fan that doesn't think this kid is dynamite. He's terrific. I don't look at a Cardinals game 1 second and think this guy can't win a Super Bowl. I honestly think he's got Super Bowl talent in the 21st century, where you need quarterbacks who can sling it and run it. But you also need quarterbacks who can also win it. And you need quarterbacks who can also finish strong. And you need quarterbacks who can stay healthy. And you need quarterbacks who don't air their laundry. I don't know. You think Steve Keim's sitting there thinking, oh, my goodness, we better just give the contract that the kid wants. Or, we've got contractual control for him for at least 4 more years. 2 years on his deal, and then we could franchise him. We could go that route too. I don't get it. One thing I will take from this is that he desperately wants to win the Super Bowl. Means he doesn't want to win the piece of metal in baseball. Piece of metal. And hopefully right now all the owners are meeting for in that sport with the Players Association and hammering out a deal that actually allows the sport to play. And then if the A's take the field, I'm wondering if there would be an addendum to this. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Kyler deserves to be paid. Does anybody out there think the guy shouldn't get his second contract? Anybody? Bueller? Of course.
I don't think so.
Everyone who I just mentioned, Goff and Wentz and those who've gotten their second contracts and gotten paid, Kyler's better than those guys. He's so much better. I don't understand the whole point of making it public. He's the one talking about nonsense. This is nonsense. Unless you want to put the squeeze on the organization for what? Because fans are going to be storming, like, his contract is not there and he doesn't get his contract. I don't have problems with guys getting paid, and I don't have problems with guys getting contracts. If they deserve them, this guy deserves it. What do you think, Cardinals are not going to pay him? He wants it now? And this is the way to go about getting it now? You expunge your Instagram account and then you send out a statement through your agent? It's weird. There's no other way to put it. It's just weird. And you know what? Stay tuned. I got the information right here. Stay tuned, everybody. 1:45 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow. Followed at 3 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow. Cliff Kingsbury and Steve Keim speak at the Combine. Those are Eastern Times. So. And it would have been interesting. Everything's fine. And they could still say everything's fine. Everything's not fine. If somebody feels the need to send out a statement talking about how terrific they are, when my own 2 eyes knows how terrific they are, and every Cardinal fan, again, you could call me 844-204-RICH. Call me. Tweet me at Rich Eisen. Do whatever you wish. But every Cardinal fan is concerned about the way they're finishing. Not if Kyler Murray's the real answer. And I think the Cardinals know that he's the real answer. Now they're putting in a position of, like, if they give him the money, like, what happens now? Does everybody need to put out a statement saying that they want to get paid right now, and then all of a sudden they get paid? Is that what happens? Is that how it works?
Rich, my agent is putting out a statement later today about my desire.
I don't blame his agent. I mean, but they get together and Kyler's like, send it, hit send. Honestly, when my agent does anything for me in my business, it is after we talk about it. And if it's an email or a text or whatever, it's absolutely, if it's provocative, I know about it and I say, hit send. You send it. You say that. You do that. So this is on Kyler. Hey, Kyler, you want to get paid? So your way is to just go ahead and expunge your Instagram account and have your statement put out? It's just one extra version of all of the way we saw him at the Super Bowl a few years ago when he made himself available for questions that he didn't want to answer with no plan on how to answer them.
No plan.
For his sake and for the Cardinals' sake, I hope he gets paid and I hope they win the Super Bowl. Because guess what? He can do that. He can do that. 1,000,000% he can do that. I don't understand how this works. It's weird. That's all I got to say about that. Honestly, I've never seen it before. I've never seen it before. Maybe it's the 21st century. You know, get rid of all your photographs on the Instagram account to let people know you're upset, and then have your agent say nothing, say no comment, and then out comes a report that you're immature and selfish and you got bad body language, but the team's going to self-scout and get better and get more veterans around him to make sure that he's happy. And then he calls that nonsense. And then the team's owner says everything's fine. And then a few days later, when nobody's kind of knocking on the door, send out a statement just before Combine hits, because guess what we're going to be talking about? This. And I guess if that's the way you think you can get your contract, I guess I will be the useful idiot sitting there on Thursday night with the quarterbacks out there spinning it. Although not Matt Corral or anybody else, I guess, who's going to be drafted at the top. And those guys, guess what we'll be talking about? This.
So weird.
Normally, this is done behind the scenes. I don't know why it's out so public all of a sudden. I don't know.
Or it works.
That they'll get the contract before the season?
Or it works.
If it does, then I will say maybe this is the way of the new world.
It definitely is.
But for the moment, it's weird.
Yeah.
You said you've never seen it before because we've never been in a situation. I mean,
I guess so.
You know, if
I'm a more private guy. Like, let's figure this stuff out behind the scenes. Why would I want to make anybody feel pressured or feel foolish?
Imagine if social media existed amongst the times of when T.O. was doing his, driveway sit-ups and when Chad Ochocinco. I mean, you would have had players doing stuff like this. It just didn't exist back then.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.